introductory lesson to Microsoft Excel 2007. To begin with, your Excel spreadsheet is set up like a big table with columns being defined by letters. Now the letters don't stop at Z, they keep going to IV, I believe is the end of that, and the rows go, last time I checked, somewhere around 64,000. So it's quite large, and you get 3 sheets to begin with, and you can add sheets later, but more on that later on. Each cell is an intersection of a column and a row, so this cell here is B2, and up here you've got your name box, which tells you which cell you happen to be in. So not only is it highlighted with color, but it also tells you right here which cell you happen to be in. There are 3 things you can type in a cell. You can type a label, which identifies the row or the column. So you can type a word. Now when you type in a word, it automatically aligns left. Of course, you can type in numbers. Okay, and when you type in a number, it automatically aligns to the right. When you're typing anything in a cell, until you hit enter to tell it that you're done, a lot of your features in Microsoft Excel are grayed out and unavailable. So you need to let it know that you're done typing, and the fastest, easiest way to do that is to hit enter. So just get into the habit of hitting enter. The books might tell you there are several other ways of doing it, but trust me, this is the fastest, simplest, easiest. Clicking into another cell is not a good habit to get into. The last thing, of course, that you can type into a cell is a formula. Now the formulas start with equal, which is right next to your backspace key. Okay, so don't forget the formula. And now I can type 88 plus 99. And there I've got an answer. Now when you click in this cell, I get the answer in the cell, but I get the formula in a place called the formula bar. That's the formula bar. It tells you how we came to get 187. One of the most important lessons in Excel right now is that we always, rather than type the number that's in the cell, we will type the cell reference instead. So in other words, the number or the name of the cell. So that way, if these numbers change at all, our answer will automatically change. That's the true power of Excel, is that it adapts and changes as the numbers change. So here, rather than type 88 plus 99, a better plan would have been equal D4 plus D5. I'm going to get the same answer. Okay. However, in my formula bar, it tells me that it's D4 plus D5. And the impressive part is if I change this number to 98 now and I hit enter, my answer changes automatically. Now in the real world, this has a lot of really great implications in that you can change the numbers anytime to see what the end result would be. So we use this in business, we use this in forecasting. Spreadsheets are used universally, and this is one of the main reasons that we use it, is we're able to pretend or forecast, plan by just changing the numbers, and the answers change themselves. Now, there are situations where you're going to be typing in something like a date. Dates are very popular. So let's say that the month is up here. So we've got, let's say that it's January. And we're putting in numbers for each day, right? So I have 1, 2. Well, you don't want to use a number here. You want to use what's called a numeric label. Now, a numeric label is simply an apostrophe first and then the number. And now Excel sees this as a label, not a number. So if I go to add, let's say I had another number here, if I want to add this whole row, it won't include the date. Whereas if I only type it in with the date without a numeric label, it's going to want to include the date. So if you find your spreadsheet being off by 525, it's probably because the numbers 1 to 31 were included in your totals. It's a very, very common mistake. So if you're ever typing in a number that's not to be used as a number, such as a date, a social insurance number, an employee number, always precede it with an apostrophe. Okay, you're going to get this little green label here telling you that it thinks it might be a problem, all right, but it's not a problem. You can make that go away if you want by saying that the number is stored as text. Okay, or you can ignore the error. I just leave it alone. I don't really care about the little green thing that's there. So it's not really an error. We did that on purpose. So So numeric labels are very important. They have a place in Excel, a time and a place. If you're ever in the process of typing anything in a cell, so let's say you're in the process of typing a formula and you realize that you've made a mistake or you want to stop, just hit escape, and that will bring you back to whatever was that in that cell before. You have a zoom as well in Excel, as you do in Word and others, and it's in the same place here. And you can use your control and roll as well. So I got my control key down and I'm rolling my ball on my mouse, and that's allowing me to zoom in and to zoom out to see more of my sheet. So those are some of the basic elements of Excel 2007.